loved quiet nights. Tonight, the town felt like a page waiting to be turned. As the clock hands met at midnight, a soft wind carried a smell of warm paper and distant lanterns. From between the shops, a very small train whistled, not ordinary at all, but full of stories. It was a train stitched from book covers and moonbeams. Its engine hummed like a page turned slowly. An owl in a soft waistcoat bowed and offered Milo a tiny ticket that smelled faintly of vanilla and cedar. For dreamers, the owl seemed to say without words. Milo's heart felt brave and a little fluttering. Inside, the carriage was softer than a bed. Shelves leaned over seats like gentle trees. Books opened a fraction and a whisper drifted out. Stories warming like soup. Milo sat and listened as the train's lullaby hummed under the pages, a journey not by rails, but by stories waiting to be remembered. Out the window, the world turned into a library of light. Hills of hard-covered mountains, rivers that flowed in neat lines of handwriting. They glided over villages tucked inside letters, past bridges bound with twine. Milo watched as whole chapters of night unfolded beneath them, each house a paragraph of gentle life. Then a hush fell. The owl's feathers ruffled. A book on the shelf blinked and closed. Somewhere between the pages, a story had slipped away and left a tiny hollow that hummed. A missing story, the book seemed to sigh. Milo felt a tug, not of fear, but of something brave. He wanted to help. He tiptoed between shelves where commas curled like sleeping cats. Little paper figures peered from spines to point the way, a fox made of folded maps, a sailor hat that winked, punctuation that giggled softly. Milo followed silver footprints of ink that led toward the train's window of stars. The footprints stretched outside the carriage. Beyond the glass, a garden of forgotten toys hung. A lamplighter sang a tune no one heard, and under a rooftop rosemary the lost story shimmered, a small, blue page drifting like a firefly, frightened and alone. Milo knew he could not let it float away. He stepped down with knees that felt like jelly, but a heart that felt like stone, solid and sure. The rooftop smelled of warm tea and dust. The little page bobbed in a gust. Milo stretched his hand and whispered, "I will keep you safe." The page turned toward him as though it recognized a friendly voice. As his fingers brushed paper, letters unfurled like wings. The air filled with pictures, tiny houses, a brave girl, and a small lighthouse that blinked. The missing story wasn't lost, it was just lonely. When he held it, it remembered how to speak. The book sighed in relief like old friends reunited. Back on the carriage, Milo slipped the page home. The spine closed with a gentle hush. The owl's eyes glittered like teacups. The train hummed, a satisfied purr. As the first thread of dawn softened the night, Milo felt sleepy and full of a warm kind of pride, the kind that blooms after you do something brave and kind. When the train floated back into the platform, the town looked exactly the same except for the small star Milo held. The owl pressed a tiny bookmark into his hand. For a future reader, the night seemed to hum. Milo tucked it into his pocket and walked home with a secret smile. Milo fell asleep with the star warm in his hand. If you listened closely, you'd hear the train's lullaby still humming inside the pages. Sleep well, little dreamers. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next little journey.